You are live. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Thank you all for tuning in. I'm the one and only host, the one, your one and only host, Cool Gent 87 in the building, trying to get back into the algorithm. You feel me? Man, I want to say that I hope that y'all having a blessed evening wherever you are in the world. All praise to the Most High today. Um, May give everybody a little bit of time to come in. So we're going to get started on this topic that I will be discussing. And because I want to give a shout out first and foremost to that's always God, you know what I'm saying, for allowing us to be here today. Heavenly Father, all praise to you. And for this topic, you know, inspired by shout out to Brother Rayology and Sister Age of Aquarius. Y'all go check their channels out. Very amazing content. They keep it real over there, like I keep it real. And I want to shout out to Deliberate. Shout out to you. Shout out to you for tuning in. Everybody go ahead and try to share the stream. Let somebody know that Cool Gen is trying to get back into the algorithm. We need it. We need it. What's up, Brother Sean, the Navigator? What's happening? Decided to check y'all out on my chapter 4 today. Oh, man. Oh, man. Happy birthday to you, brother. Happy birthday to you. If that's what you're talking about, man. Shout out to you, man. Hope you get everything you asked for, man. You know what I'm saying? Most High bless you on the Sabbath day. So, yeah, let me go ahead and go through this real quick. 1 second. So, the reciprocal relationships versus transactional relationships. I'll say that again. Okay, good deal, good deal. Sister Aquarius, there she go. Woo! What's up, Aquarius? I gotta acknowledge everybody in here, all of y'all, man. Shout out to everybody, man. My family, my YouTube family, man. I love y'all. All of y'all, man. Shout out to you. Y'all go check out their channel. Check out, you know, Sean the Navigator's channel. Check out Age of Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be amazing, amazing topic. The fact that I'm here to set it. I already got everything I wanted. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. So this topic, again, I'm going to say it again, was inspired by Brother Rayology. Talked about over this channel. And the lovely Aquarius. So shout out to both of them. You both inspired me to talk about this topic of reciprocal relationships versus transactional relationships. Now, there's a lot of that that's going on today, right? We all see it. There's a lot of transactional relationships today in this society, in this country, this culture that we're at, because everybody's all about what they can get for themselves instead of working and coming together. It's all about, okay, I'm gonna see what I can get from this woman. I just want a piece of her behind. That's it. That's all I want from her. You know what I'm saying? And the woman's looking for just the money from that man. Transactional. Point blank, period, simple. And you will know them by the fruits. You will know how they carry themselves. You will know, like, that's all they want instead of wanting them from you. See, when you truly want somebody for them, it's not about the money or how much what they got in their pocket or what's only on their outer appearance. All right, so let's go into it. The transactional relationships. You see it with celebrities all the time. That's a really great prime example. A lot of the entertainers, male entertainers, they always get these models and stuff like that. They marry, but they knew that they wasn't like really wife material in the get-go. Not say all of them, but they're all about fame and trying to impress everybody around them. They always keep everybody in their business. They never acknowledge the Most High. It's just crazy. And you can have, they'll let you know that you can have all the money in the world, be the so-called high value man that they put on a pedestal, and that doesn't keep a relationship glued together. It just doesn't, you know, because a lot of those relationships can be set up by the enemy too, you know, truth be told. And a lot of people getting their blessings from the enemy instead of getting their blessings from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know who you are, where you stand in. Do you serve righteous or do you serve evil? You know, you can only choose one master to serve. And that's why a lot of people, you know, feel that when they serve the world instead of serving the creator, you know, the most high. And that's why a lot of relationships fail. See, when you serve the most high, right? We're going to it. When you serve the most high God, see, the relationships are more reciprocal. You know, I love you. I thank you for who you are. I thank you, you know, for the small things. You appreciate them from, like, you know, maybe a man opening up a door. You know what I'm saying? That woman can appreciate that and think on there like, wow, he opened up the door for me. Well, like I said, home or a car door, you know, carrying the groceries in or whatever, you know, reciprocal, you know, and a kiss, just something like that. That's very transactional, which is what we're talking about now. So when you think about reciprocal, being reciprocal with that person, you know that it's natural. You know that it's not forced on anybody or anyone. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, it's like this person must be sent by the Most High. You know, they doing this for me. I mean, because like they simply love me. I don't have to worry about them trying to go out and cheat on me and, you know, do all this other crazy stuff, you know? And it makes me think about the scripture of Proverbs 31, verse 11. I'm gonna go to it. Hold on a second. Let me go to it real quick. I don't want to lose my 31 verse 11 to 12. It reads, "The heart of her husband do safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil." You know what I'm saying? He sits safely trust in her, right? You don't have to worry about trying to spoil her, do all this materialism stuff. And then verse 12, it goes on to say, like, she will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. It's simple. I mean, for what it says. So she gonna do that man good and evil. She gonna do him good and not evil. You know, she's not gonna harm him. She's gonna be a woman that's gonna pray for him when things not going right. Like, she's gonna be there to pray for him. You know what I'm saying? And uplift him. And that's what makes me think about, you know, reciprocal relationships. You know, the man's gonna provide and protect no matter what. You know what I'm saying? That woman, a lot of women, you know, your femininity can help push a man in ways that he never could even move in. He never thought that he could even go. Like, even on my earth, that feminine woman can make a man believe that he can go to outer space and beyond the stars. He can go to the moon. You know, he can go to other planets. That's what a feminine quality woman does. You know, you help inspire my masculinity, like push my masculinity, makes me appreciate who I am, the man that who I am, being righteous, you know. And let me read what Aquarius said. Yes, they're sacrificing their life for death. Yep. When they do transactional relationships over transformational relationships. Woo! And that right there, oh yeah, I'm so glad you brought that up. Transformational relationships, because shout out to you. And you said that early on Rayology's stream about the transformational, because it makes me think about when you're in that reciprocal relationship, as you said down here, reciprocal relationship, you both grow naturally, organically, like a fruit with seeds. You know what I'm saying? You know, real fruit has seeds in it, right? So it'll grow naturally, and that you won't have to worry about it not being fake. See, everybody these days are just like fake in these relationships and stuff. You know, they're not natural. They're not authentic with it. So, yeah, being reciprocal, your relationships can transform. Your relationships get better over time. And you know what? And that keeps your marriages together. Like I said, with Most High God, you know, first and foremost, because He's the glue to everything. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the lovely Empress. Shout out to you, Sovereign Empress. How you doing? Shalom to you. Peace and love, man. But yeah, just sitting up here talking about the reciprocal relationships and the reciprocal relationships and transformational relationships. Might as well add that in there too, because when you're being reciprocal, like I said, you'll grow in your relationship, keep that momentum, You know what I'm saying? Year after year after year. When you think about those marriages and stuff like this last 30 plus years, like those are the people we're really supposed to be going to advice for. First God, and then them godly marriages. The marriages that stay together, you know what I'm saying? And not to say they didn't have any problems, but they were willing to deal with the good and the bad. Like, will you still be with me if I didn't have nothing? You know, will you still be there by my side when things get tough? Because there were going to be challenges in the relationships. A lot of relationships these days are just like, it's just all about transactional, you know, and you can see it. You can see it, you know. It's like there's no love and no relationships with a lot of these people out here that we see. And that's why when you do have someone that treats you well and stuff, like you have to really hold on to it, especially as of now in this generation, because this generation is truly broken. A lot of men and women are truly broken though, you know, and then they carry their baggage into the next relationship. And I want to say this too, because like I said, all marriages aren't perfect though, but it's something I noticed too. And the reason why a lot of relationships also are broken, because sometimes the people that are married the wrong people, and then the ones who claim to say they love their wife or their husband, they be the ones out here be single as trying to say they single as a dollar bill. They be the most singlest, the single people. You know, they jump in the data pool and they mess it up for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like you find out this person been married to somebody this whole time. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't want to deal with that mess. If you married, stay your ass out the dating scene. Stay your ass in that marriage though. Know who you get in with before you actually marry them. That's real talk. You know, people don't want to take the time to get to know each other no more. I love long, deep, stimulating, out of this world, understanding, overstanding conversations. The sex and everything else will come along with it. But you know what I'm saying? Just getting to know that person, it's nothing like it. You know, knowing that person's in and outs of a relationship. You know, nobody don't want to know the in and outs of a person. Everybody's so quick to want to give up on stuff, man. Especially black folks. We're just keeping it real. Just gotta keep it real. You know, and it's just everything is all about hooking up. But I don't worry about what they got going on out there. As far as like their relationships, you got to keep everybody out of it. Family, your friends, your neighbors, whoever, because you know the enemy could use any one of your family members, anybody that's close to you to discourage you in your relationship, in your marriage. So there's something to be very, 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 very mindful of. You got to be mindful of that, because people don't want to see you happy though. That's the truth. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you stay encouraged. They don't want to see you to continuously make it. So I'm all about, only person that should be in your relationship is the Most High. Point blank, period. Facts all day. So let me see what everybody's saying in the chat. See what everybody's saying in the chat room. What's up? What's up, sister? Sexy Southern Belle, what's going on? What's going on though? Shout out to your stream though. You did early. Yeah, y'all go check her out too, man. Yeah. Yeah, this the family right here though. Shout out to you, fam. Age Aquarius said reciprocal relationships stand the test of time. Yes. Major facts. I'm going to say that loud for the back again for Aquarius. She says reciprocal relationships stand the test of time, and it's true. AKA what she said earlier, transformational relationship. That's evolving. That's evolving to the next relationship, like to the keeping a relationship closer and closer together. You know, you value each other over time and stuff. You know, you get better with time. As she continues to say, because there's spirituality involved. Spirituality is your higher self, which is love and elevation. Woo! Yo, I'm gonna read that part again. Spirituality is your higher self, facts, which is love and elevation. That right there takes the cake. That right there. Also, two spirits becoming one. Yes. And I'm add on to what you're saying with that too. Like, you know, you met that right person when you're connecting in spirits. Like, you already married in spirits before, like, you actually become husband and wife. You know what I'm saying? That natural. You know what I'm saying? That natural, like, you already know. Like, yo, it's like that person gonna read you like an open book. That right there, and you know that they're sent by the Most High. Like, man, like that's amazing. That's amazing though. And man, I hope to see more like that in this generation. Yeah, it could be discouraging at times, but yeah, man, like I'm gonna tell y'all what I do. Like Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2 and 3, what the Most High says, write the vision and make it plain. For he who runs to it reads it. You know what I'm saying? And read your vision out loud to yourself every day. Because God does not lie in his word. You know what I'm saying? Everything he said in his word is true. His word never comes back to him void. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about when he said, let there be light. Guess what? There's light. So guess what? I mean, I ask, I pray, I leave it in his hands. I write it down. I leave it in his hands. You know what I'm saying? And we got to start acknowledging him, man, on everything. Real talk. And I'm going to talk about something else, too, to go along with this conversation. I'm going to read the comments first. Check my head. People lie to and don't know what they need and want in a relationship. Facts. And because they're double-minded. That's why I say you got to write it down, make it plain what you want. Like, talk about it. Communication is everything. And what they're going to do in a relationship except want and take from it. Yeah. And you know what's sad is that a lot of people are in it just to get what they want. You know what I'm saying? It's very sad. And not caring about the person for who they are and stuff, I want to love my woman, like from her dirty draws, like that type of love that I love the draws off her back type of love. That's how I get down over here. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have 1,000,001 woman, right? But that one woman that stands out, like I said, who got your mind, your heart, she understands, and overstands you. And it's like, yo, like nothing can compare to that. I would choose a quality wife, what I describe, over a 304, over any type of woman that I see on social media. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of modern women today are only about their looks. They're only about their looks. About what the Bible say, beauty is vain. You know what I'm saying? So, and a woman that fears the Lord, you know what I'm saying, she should be praised. So if you're a feminine woman that praises the Lord and your beauty, like I say, your beauty can fade, you know what I'm saying? Like that femininity, man, and people around you is going to see. You could be 70, 80, 90 years old, and they see that femininity, that beautiful kindness, gentle, you know what I'm saying, soul that you have, So that's something to remember right there. Read the other comments. Yeah. That's right. Thanks, fam. I appreciate you. That's right, y'all. Share the content. There's some real content over here. And going back to the transactional relationships, me and my brother and Ray talked about, that we see today in this modern society, and stuff. People only want something like what they want, just a piece of meat from their woman or man, and or some money. But like I said, it doesn't. They don't talk about coming to one of them for who they are, their personality, their potential. Because guess what? If everything crashed tomorrow, will you still truly love that man or woman? That's what it comes down to. Everything's always about these transactional and stuff, man. But we gotta get our mindset out of that. AKA, when I think of transactional, I think like AKA this high value stuff that a lot of people got in their head instead of seeking Yah, which that's what we're all supposed to do: seek the kingdom of God and all His righteousness. Matthew 6 verse 33. So let me read what the comment says. All right, Sister Aquarius. Reciprocal relationships are the hardest to achieve. Yes. Let me see. And hard to achieve and accomplish. Plus, they're rare since spirituality is involved. Transactional relationships are the two easiest maintain, master, since it's about money. Yes. But I want to say this too with the reciprocal relationships. If two people that are, like I said, that seek God, truly honest with their whole heart, right? The best that they can, do everything they can, read and stuff, praying to God, talking to God, you walking, in your faith. Like I said, he will send you that person that's gonna be there to help push you. You know what I'm saying? To be like where he is. You know what I'm saying? Keeping our faith, both of us. You know what I'm saying? We have a goal. We're striving to on the same path. Because everybody talking about having a partner and all that type of stuff. And I don't believe in no partnership. No, you're my companion. You might help me. You know what I'm saying? You're there to support me and love me. Like I'm there to support you and love you. And that's what it comes down to. You know, truth be told. What's up, brother Ray? Yo, hey, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat too. If y'all want to come up, let me see if I can do this. Let me go on and invite. Let me see. I'm gonna go on and copy this. So let me go ahead and copy this though, man. Shout out to brother Rayology though, man. Yo, shout out to this brother, man. Y'all go check out his content. Very, very, very powerful content. You know, very meaningful. I want y'all go check him out. Let's see what it is right here. All right, I'm finna drop this in the backstage in about 20 minutes. Okay. I should be still up, but okay. Sorry that y'all. I'm doing this live stream from my phone right now. So I dropped the link in the chat. If anybody, like the ones I know who want to come on, you can come on. So come and tune in and, you know, check it out. Come and check it out. Had to go ahead and put this all right. Yeah, support the channel, y'all. Know this is a very, very great live stream. Biology part 2, continuation of the potent topic. Yeah. Hey, look who we got here. Let's see who we got. What's going on, Empress? What's going on with you?
What's up, cool gent? Shalom, and hey everybody in the chat.
Yeah, what's going on with you though? How you doing?
No, I'm taking the weekend just in nature right now. So if my background is loud, that's just like the insects and nature sounds around me. But the topic, oh my goodness, it is so beautiful to like have open dialogues about this, because you know everybody wants to talk about stuff like this, and then romantic relationships and stuff like that. And everybody has to remember too, it's like this applies to everybody you have any sort of relationship or connection with. Just, you know, you live in a house with a person, yeah, at the same time some people still go to work and see certain people. People like have extended family members and stuff like that. You have to make sure that no one's taking advantage of you, including like your family and stuff like that.
That's facts. So because you know it's something that I see, you know, within this society right now. Everything is all around us, you know. People put more material things and base more of their relationships off of the surface of things instead of the substance of the individual. You know what I'm saying? So everybody value surface level people instead of substance level people. You know?
Yeah, I like it's very easy for people to just become yes men to people that they think they can gain something from, and turn their back on somebody who they don't think they can get anything from. It doesn't matter that person's heart or anything. It's just, oh, this person has this, I'm going to do what they say and forget the other person, sort of thing. And that's not right. If a person has a good spirit, you're not supposed to turn your back on them, whether it's a, you know, they're in a give and receive space. Maybe, you know, it is a giving space and all they can do is offer, you know, whatever they can, and it's not as much as another person. It's not right to treat them wrong.
That's right. You're absolutely right, Empress. So you're absolutely right. Aquarius said this topic is, she said, this is a topic that's discussed in rarity because people thinking about and talking about the wrong stuff. They are no substance, so there isn't any significance. You're right. And I'm going to add on to what you're saying too, what both of y'all are saying. See, I was sitting there thinking about this. with the relationship these days, with the podcast and stuff that I listen to some, depending on who it is, they never talk about the solution. You know what I'm saying? It's a continuation of the same thing. What can we do to come together as men and women and stuff? Put all this other stuff behind me. We gotta. It's like I like this video I seen by Steve Harvey though, man. Like I watched some of his stuff. Not I ain't go about the relationship part. He said something in the video is called "Are you ready?" Let's call something like "Are you ready to receive?" And he said something to like to his mother at the time. Said, "Yeah, mom, about to get a new car," and she said, "I know, son, but you still got the old one parked in the driveway." I was like, "Wow." So basically, what they were saying is that you still got baggage from that old relationship that's still there, and you need to let that go before you get into the new relationship. Powerful video, powerful, man. And that's what's wrong with a lot of relationships. A lot of people, men and women, are still holding on to the past, like previous men or women, like previous relationship, and they want to carry that into the next relationship. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's very unfair to that new person that they get involved with, that they have to go through that, because what they're doing is they're spraying toxicity into the next relationship, and now everybody's messed up. Everybody's messed up. You know what I'm saying? They talk about, I'm ready for the next relationship, but they're really not. So that's why I said the dating pool, everything is really jacked up. Like I don't even like it. I don't like it at all. But we just got to recognize real. Stay prayed up in this hour and stuff, like where we at, and just ask God to reveal who's real, who should be in our lives, and who should not be in our lives. But yeah, man, it's only a few of us real ones out here. It's definitely only a few of us real ones out here.
Honestly, and I didn't. I generally have an optimistic attitude about people, and sometimes it's to my detriment. And I pretty much don't let it affect me emotionally for the most part. It's just at the same time, it's like, wow, okay, do people really just like take energy and like your time and your resources from you and don't care?
Facts. That's facts. That's facts right there. What's up, brother Steve? It's good to see you, man. I appreciate you tuning in, though. Shout out to you, bro. Hope you're having a blessed day. Shalom to you, brother. Thank you very much. Yep. Thank you very much. See what Sister H. Aquarius said. People are operating in carnal flesh, physical. Woo! That's facts. That's facts. Which is why they can only maintain transactional relationships. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Very few people have mastered reciprocal relationships since two spirits have emerged into one. Look, I gotta read that whole thing again. People are operating in carnal flesh physical, which is why they can only maintain transactional relationships. That's facts. That's major facts. Major facts. Aquarius, I don't think you realize like what you just said right there is so powerful, meaningful. What you just said. Then it goes on to read, very few people have mastered reciprocal relationships since two spirits have emerged into one. And that's true, because you met that right person, like you're already married in spirits before you actually become husband and wife. It's like you're already set up, to be the God-fearing man, the God-fearing woman, and that's what a lot of people don't understand, and where they feel is that they're supposed to already seek God first over everything, because then he'll bring two people together. See, because when we're not operating, how we, by God's word, then that's where we're everybody gonna fail, because we're not in the truth. So you gotta be in the truth and operate in the truth. God can put us all together and stuff. That's why this whole economic system is so messed up right now, the way it is. But this is where we get right now in 2021. Excuse me, it's 2022. Excuse me. So yeah, man, it's true. Everybody, it's a lot of carnal-minded people out here, men and women out here. So, like I said, I mean, it's easy to spot out. It's like a barrel full of rotten apples, and maybe if you dig deep enough into the bottom of that barrel, you may find that one. You may, But like I always say, I use this analogy. I say, if one grocery store doesn't sell great produce, doesn't serve great produce, what do? You go to another one. Same thing with the restaurant. If this particular restaurant ain't serving me like great quality food, I'm gonna go to another one on the other side of town somewhere that does serve it better. That's all I'm going to do, and that's how we gotta operate. You know, because equally person that's righteous is not gonna get with the unrighteous person. It just doesn't add up. It's like an outlet and the input, like trying to go like the outlet is like the same as the outlet, doesn't go together. They got to be opposites. Hope I make sure I kind of confuse myself, but yeah.
That makes sense. Everything that you expounded upon, and it's, this topic is wow, because people like to talk about the whole narcissist thing, and that the main situation that I believe that is an issue with most people is they don't know how to operate in truth. Like you said, people love to lie for whatever reason. A lot of people love to lie for no reason.
They love to lie, and then they pass it on. They pass it on to the next person. And see, that's why I said, when you speak the truth, like you can tell that they don't like that at all. They hate that you speak truth. And so they won't listen to it. They won't abide in the truth. So of course they're gonna go out and believe the lies of what the devil has. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're gonna operate in by what Satan has, instead of operating in the truth of what God has.
That's very interesting that you said it in that way. I'm going through exactly what you just said. It'll be like situations where people ask me like, "Hey, did you do this? Is this true?" And I'll be like, "Nah, that's not true." Or, "Yes, this is true, except this detail was left out." And even when I speak my truth, people still choose to believe what the other side has to say, and I'm like, "Oh well, okay. All I can do is remove myself."
Facts. That's facts. See what that's all we can do. Read what Aquarius says. People love death in transactional relationships, facts, but hate life in reciprocal relationships since they're spiritually bankrupt. Woo! Dang, that's the truth. That is the truth. Oh man, that is the truth right there, man. Look, that's a whole mouthful. Because the reciprocal relationships, like you said, since they're spiritually bankrupt, man. When they hate the reciprocal relationships because they don't want to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in no 50-50. I believe in 100-100 because I'm giving you my all. You know what I'm saying? If I'm serving God, I got to serve him with my all. Just like, you know what I'm saying, my wife, you know what I'm saying, she's under my leadership, she gonna serve, she gotta serve me. I look up to Christ, you know what I'm saying? He's the head. So everything gotta be in the order. It has to align with God's word. It has to align with his truth. Because if not, then everything's gonna be out of place. So let me see what man, y'all got some great comments in here, man. Aquarius also said people need to wake up and stop running to death. Facts, and start walking in life. Substance over surface. I think that's what you're trying to say. Then their relationships will last long. That's the truth right there. That's the truth. That's the truth. Got my brother Ray Ology in here in this thing. What up, bro?
Hey, what's good, man? I'm still I'm still not where I need to be, but let me go ahead and hit you up before I get rolling.
Okay, yeah. Man. Shout out to you, man, for the topic, for being inspired. You and Aquarius, man. Like, shout out to both of y'all, man. Real talk. Shout out to both of y'all, man. Y'all inspired me to want to talk about this though, like in my own particular perspective.
No problem, man. And hey, what's good, Mr. Sovereign? Good to see you.
I'm Ellie, Sovereign Empress. It's nice to meet you. Shalom.
Shalom. Yeah, it just felt needed, man. Like, and of course with this avatar I chose, wearing a Magneto suit, if you will. I mean, think of the magnetisms that it takes. Some people will even mention that as being transactional because of the energy. But actually, I don't think so, because with magnetisms, they depend on each other. See,
Mm-hmm.
the depending aspect, that's a reciprocal thing, not a transactional thing. And the transactions, you're actually doing what you can to not depend on the other person if you had it your way.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. So now with this topic being out in the open from your channel and my channel, like I hope that everybody will get some insight from this, with what we're saying, because we see it from a whole different perspective though, man. And it's rare that only a few people will get it. You know, it's only a few that will get it though, man. So it's like whenever I go on the channel, right? Someone's channel, and when they talk about a topic like similar to this though, but not exactly like this, like as far as like the titles, but I pay attention to like what they say. So I say, okay, when they talk about either transactional relationship or the reciprocal, I say, okay, that's the type of person they are, because I see it, they speak it. You know, they only want the man for the money and stuff like that. Like, okay, transactional, that's all what it is. Or they want the man, like, you know what I'm saying, he works, you know what I'm saying, and she wants to build up on his rulership, his leadership, and love and be there for that man. Okay, that's reciprocal then. So it's something that this needs to be talked about though, man, because like I said, reciprocation is a very, how I'm gonna put it, I keep saying underrated, because it is. And you know, I think a lot of people don't never say that in their titles, like well, as far as like in a relationship, they want reciprocation, you know, knowing that when you reciprocate, you receive that authenticity, you know, the appreciation, and that you don't have to fake anything about it at all, you know.
Well, if you really think about it, Cool Gent, you think about how most people take for granted their heart until they actually have a heart attack.
Man.
And so if we really think about it in a nutshell, that's kind of what it's like in regards to not really just reciprocation itself, but to marriage and relationships themselves, just as if it was like the heart. People really don't appreciate it until it's like life or death. And even then, some people would say, well, I did all that I could. And it's like, well, you didn't.
Man. Go ahead, bro. Now go ahead, bro. You speaking on something real facts. Go ahead.
Yeah, people would be like, I did all that I could. Like, what you mean you did all that you could? Did you do all that you could out of love? Or did you just do all that you could because you could? Or
facts.
Yeah.
It's so.
That
I think I hear it. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, like, that makes a lot of sense, because in some cases, some people, you know, they will say things like, I did all I could, without knowing that they could have done more, simply because of the examples that they had in their lives. Like, a lot of people don't have healthy parent relationships. So they saw the way that their parents moved and operated. So if they saw their parents arguing and one of the parents was just like, oh, forget about it, and then later they're talking about, I did all I could, but the child still saw them say, forget about it, knowing that they gave up. It's like, well, you didn't do all you could. You could have did more. But since you said that, then I guess that's the truth then. But the whole time it's a lie. And they carry that baggage from being a child, from seeing their parents, into their new relationships. And they just think that's how it's supposed to go. So people have to heal. Like, you can't, you know, it's not just taking baggage from relationship to relationship. It's taking baggage from life experiences into your relationships. You got to like release a lot of things and certain, you know, thought patterns and stuff like that. And so you're able to be reciprocal instead of transactional or just leeching, because some people are leeching. At least in a transaction, there is some sort of exchange. When someone's leeching, they just take without giving it all. So yeah.
That's facts. I'm gonna see what Query said. She says, reciprocal relationships bring forth repellness like magnets repel opposites, which is masculine and feminine. Truth. Transactional relationships bring forth likeness like magnets attract the same gender. Polarity. Yeah, that's facts right there. Major facts.
Well, and if you think about it, let's go here. Oh, so you really opened up something, Aquarius. See, y'all be doing this to me, man. Y'all be doing this. Let's go. Okay, let's go. You ready for this, man? Let's do this. Let's do this.
Go in,
So,
go in.
all right. So this probably Sovereign Empress's first time seeing how I break this down. I'll be doing this, but you already know what's gonna happen, Cool. Let's go. Now you get magnets, like the way they attract each other, right? And that's because these metals, they normally and naturally can do that. So the way they depend on each other and how they stick together because of that attraction. Okay? They were meant to stick together, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Now, transactional relationships are not based on things meant to stick together.
Facts.
Oh, it gets better. Because they have a way of magnetism that they do with things that aren't meant to be stuck together. They call that electromagnetism.
Ha. Electromagnetism.
Hey, that ding in your background, that came on at the right time.
I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I just uploaded my computer.
Thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it for my laptop because I'm on my phone doing it right now on Spring Yards. But man, that's true, Ray. That's very true though, man. It's like, dang, you always can learn something from nature and science. Always. So
you already know, man. Shoot, but what you think about, look, how are they making these things, or how are they making themselves stick together, stay together, even though they're not meant to do that? They can only do that through a transactional relationship.
That's right. Mm-hmm. And guess what? Like you, go ahead.
No, you good.
Yeah, I just want to say real quick, like you said, I was thinking about the magnets and Aquarius and what you said too about the magnets, reciprocal relationships, how they stay together. Okay. They got the right elements, both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, draw the masculine and the feminine to keep them drawn in together though. You know what I'm saying? So then, like with the opposite, like, transactional relationships, you got two magnets that's like the same, like you said, the same gender. They push each other away. It just doesn't work like that at all. So people got it really twisted out here, man. I'm thinking how they're gonna stay together if they the same sex. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Just like I brought up with the plug and the outlet. If you got two plugs trying to go into each other, it just doesn't work. There must be an outlet for that plug. Point blank, period.
Yeah, that's it, man. And even with that too, like you talk about the plug and the outlet, you got AC current and then you have DC current, and oftentimes, it's I forget which one converts to the other for electricity, but nevertheless, it's about changing the flow, changing the current. And a lot of that, if we're just talking from just the core essence of what you're talking about, with the plug. Well, think about how many times people try to plug in with the wrong plug, or plug into the wrong outlet that was not the right voltage, not the right current. There we go again with that on-time thing in the background, because it is like that. When it's a true shocking method, it has this repetitive echoing effect, this true shock and awe when the connection is really there. Like if you think about it, like when y'all are connected, like not speaking on same gender, but different gender, the connection y'all have should have her be repetitive, like, ooh, hey, ooh, hey, ooh, baby. And then you be like, yeah, uh-huh, yeah, uh-huh. That flow like that. But when it ain't like that, you kind of do the opposite. You be like, bam, bam, bam. The total opposite. Trying to force that plug into the socket. You're trying to force it in the socket.
Facts. Facts. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I'll switch over to my laptop. That's all I did right there. So that's probably the reason why a lot of stuff like came out on time, like how it was supposed to, what Ray said. But speaking number facts all day. All of y'all.
The sound is a little bit quieter, but we can still hear you.
I was a little bit more quiet. Okay, because I'm on my laptop now. So, yeah, I'm gonna read what Aquarius said, what the comment says. Majority of people have no patience, so therefore they cop out of the relationship due to adversity. Yeah, people want a perfect fairy tale relationship, which is some nonsense. Yeah, no relationship is perfect at all. You know what I'm saying? No relationship is perfect. Only perfect relationship you find is with the Most High. So, go ahead.
I was gonna say I love how I was gonna expound on the point that was made earlier when he was giving the analogy about the magnets and whatnot. I forgot who said it, but someone said
Aquarius brought up the magnets.
No, the next part was the how you could find the Most High in nature. It was something along those lines when that topic was like being discussed, and it's such a beautiful thing because literally when you go out into nature and you appreciate everything, like you got the whole quote unquote tree huggers thing. That's me. It's more important than that though. You look at the insects, you look at the water, you look at the grass, you feel the wind, you look at the sun, you feel the sun on your skin, you feel the Most High all around you. You can't help but go back to people and be a great person and want to, share that. At the same time, you have to make sure that is being reciprocated back to you. Not everyone will, be doing all that though. It's just, okay, what are they doing for themselves to work on themselves so where they can share and give out pure positive energy that you can exchange with them.
Right.
Well, and you think about it, we could go there because, what makes an electric motor run is due to magnets and their opposite polarities working in harmony, how it all depends on each other. And actually, nature works the same way. I see you out there on the beautiful grass there, enjoying it, barefoot, taking in those natural magnets to your feet. I see that. Empress, I see that. So my thing is, it's like in nature, they have this thing called magnetoreception, basically the inner magneto. Like, it's not just limited to X-Man and what y'all see me on the screen wearing, right? Like, animals, they naturally follow a magnetic pattern around the world, like in the way not only in the way they migrate, but just how they live their life. That's why they're like so pinpoint accurate to the point that science still can't figure it out, how they can be so accurate. How is nature this accurate? And it's just due to the magnetism and everything, how nature itself depends on itself and everything about it. So there's that harmony that naturally occurs in nature through the animals, the plants, and the insects. Just like with how you see ants live about. And yet humanity hasn't figured that out because we are not in tune with our inner magnetoreception. That started with them, I won't say them, it started with a lot of the frequencies being affected, even with what took place during the pandemic, with, different towers being put up, but just with us operating off the natural 432 hertz. We're not on 432 no more. That you listen to, it's not on 432. Lady, your voice has to be at 432. When you're attracted to a man and his voice, that's because his voice is at 432. That means the man with an actual baritone voice, that's the most natural voice. It's a 432 type of voice.
Big facts, bro. So, man, go ahead, bro.
Really go there. Yeah. Because
you telling a lot of points with that, man.
If we want to even talk about reciprocal relationships on just voice alone, think about which voice does she listen to? why she won't listen to a more natural voice? Why is she under the command of an unnatural voice? That's because that voice has witchcraft. They've been programmed. This idea of being
Ooh,
programmed. No, those are spells. It's not just a program, it's a spell.
that's facts. That's facts, bro, man. And you hit on something so interesting though with the man, dang, you already got me another topic though going along with this though, man. the magnetism, bro. I don't know if you brought that. I know you brought it up before. And like the magnet, like you said with the voice, like the woman's supposed to be authentically attracted to the masculine voice. You know what I'm saying? You bringing up the gigahertz and everything, like a frequency. You know what I'm saying? To hear that perfect balance. You know what I'm saying? In the radio frequency, man. You know what I'm saying? To hear that station being in tune with that frequency, though, man. And that's what's wrong is with many people not only not in tune with themselves. Because when you're not in tune with yourself, you'll be out of tune with everybody else. You won't be in tune with the real ones. So when you're in tune with yourself, you'll know real from real, and you'll know fake from fake. So everybody's out of tune, bro. Everybody. To them out there, not us, but them.
Yeah, when you next time, when you look at a car and you notice how they say with a car, it has an engine, and then with an electric car, it has a motor. So you're supposed to be on that motor, not the engine.
Mm-hmm.
Like the engines is cool, but it's like now we have to take it a step further because people don't appreciate the engine. Like I'm really talking about something ahead of my time, like even ahead of what I was supposed to be talking about at my channel. So here's what I mean. Like when you think of the motor instead of the engine, think of the motor like motivation. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
that's man, that's
Because
deep right there. Go ahead.
now it's about motivation because we've had engines, but we haven't been driven enough with these engines. So now we got to take a step further. So now I'm thinking to the point now, woo, let's go here. You're going to talk about this next cool gent. Like I think it's to the point now where yes, we've discussed about reciprocation, and that's great. And that's going to be what people need to know to get to even a level beyond reciprocation. And that's regeneration.
Man.
Because that's what you get with them electric motors. What they regenerate, like the Teslas, they regenerate in order for them to what? Operate.
Operate. Yep. Man. It's like that circle, man. Like all the gears got to be like in the right place. Because when you got them gears connected with one another, though, man, something's going to be like, okay, it's gonna lock up. You know what I'm saying? Something get caught up in the gear, it's gonna be locked up, man, and it won't be able to rotate like the way it's supposed to. So, man, that's
Yeah,
dang.
yeah.
Dang,
Hey, and then here's the crazy thing. You ready to hear this? Now, this is really gonna throw people for a loop. Now, with a car that has an engine, just because the engine reciprocates, that doesn't mean the car will operate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with an electric car, if that motor is not moving, the car does not move at all.
Mm-hmm. Facts. Kind of like the woman's like the engine, right? And the men are like the wheels. One can't operate without the other.
So,
Say something,
Were you
Empress.
gonna say that? Yeah, I was gonna just like talk about the part where he was talking about the hurts. It's very interesting because it's like, okay, yes, that actually makes a lot of sense. I didn't know about the voice thing, and different people have different frequencies in their voice alone. So that was very interesting. So it got me thinking. I'm like, okay, what if a person vibrates at a particular frequency, right? And they believe that they're in a reciprocal, situation. Turns out it's transactional simply because one person simply putting in more energy than the other person just because is not, anything anyone's doing intentionally. It's just this person happens to vibrate higher than the other person.
Mm. Mm. That's
wow,
interesting.
that's great.
That is. Wow. Yeah, it is interesting though. Brother Steve E says there's a critical piece that most miss in either dynamic. It's called concealment. Oh wow, This matter should be discussed in detail when it comes to transactional or reciprocal relationships. Oh yeah, man. And then Aquarius says, opposites attract and likeness repels. It doesn't make sense why people want so much likeness in a person. Like you must be the narcissist and just want to admire the opposite gender version of yourself. Yeah, yeah. Y'all speaking facts up in here, man.
I'm kind of guilty of that a little bit. I didn't think it was like bad necessarily. It's just I find people who think or act like me very interesting, not in a way of it being like, oh, that's me. People put their own, cool twist on how they do things and how they say things. So it's like, okay, if we both enjoy skating, what is your favorite spot to go skating at? Sort of thing. What's your favorite type of trick that you like to do? Or just like whatever. So it's like having common interests sort of thing. But I can see how someone can see a reflection of themselves and darn near get obsessed with the reflection of themselves instead of acknowledging that person for who they are. So that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Reciprocal relationships is natural, which is close to nature. So it's organic. Transactional relationships is artificial. Facts, which is fake to natural. So it's inorganic. Yeah, that's facts all day. That's facts right there all day, Aquarius. You ain't lying about that. Humans are thrown off natural rhythm. I just talked about that earlier. Off rhythm with nature. No wonder there are so many folks wanting transactional relationships. Yeah, not being in tune with the beat, not being in tune with the melody. So it just won't be a beautiful rhythm at all. It's all out of course. Man, y'all dropped some fire up here. What's going on, brother Mace? Good to see you. Good to see you. Man, y'all dropped some fire up here, man. Man. Out of tune.
Well,
go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead. Read it.
All right. Out of tune with everything that's natural. Spiritually bankrupt and want a superficial bank. Yeah, that's facts. Go ahead, brother Ray.
Well, yeah, just kind of to expound on what Brother Steve said, and yeah, feel free to elaborate more in the chat about that if need be, Steve, based on what you hear me say about when you brought up concealment. See, like the thing with that overall, like when I think about that within a reciprocal or transactional type of relationship, see, like when it's a reciprocal, it's just about things just being sacred with the concealment. And I think about that in regards to like the engine or motivation itself, if you will, like the secret sauce, like the best kept secret between y'all two. It's sacred, and that's cool. That's cool. But in something that's transactional, you gotta deal with like kind of like if you bought a bad car, you don't know what's wrong with what's under the hood. Something bad under there. So you gotta deal with people with ulterior motives, and that's why you gotta air all that out before you even deal with that person. Like, just let them know, are you even reciprocal? Or as I just said earlier, like, are you even regenerative? Like, is there something like, can I grow being around you? Can I feel like I have, do I feel drained being around you? Like, can you reveal that to me? Or we just kind of keep that to yourself and then I have to find out the hard way later. See, but that's why I do believe in less is more in regards to just relationships and marriage itself, meaning like just the effort that you put in, it should be to where it's like Jordan makes it look easy, but that's because like he's good and he's passionate about it. See, like going back to what I said earlier, and I'm gonna probably go ahead and get to where I got to go here in a few. Hopefully you still be up, and if not, we'll definitely touch bases again. My thing is like when some people just would hate to hear that they haven't tried hard enough. Like in the military when they go train, or like if you're trying to audition and you think you're the best one out there, and you really get some people with the experience, and they look at you like you ain't trying hard enough, and then they look stupid. See, a lot of people in relationships and marriages, when they really get around someone that's real and they realize they ain't done enough, that's why they quickly run. Like what Aquarius was saying earlier. See, people don't really want to put in the work for the good results. They don't want to do that. A lot of people don't. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
They won't do that.
They don't, and that's the thing, you know. It's like, you know, saying you buy a plant or flower or rose, right, from the garden, and you got it in your home, you know, so you keep the house fresh and everything, but you got to water it. It's the same thing with anybody, you know what I'm saying, that person in a relationship, make sure that you're being taken care of, I'm being taken care of, just watering it every day and stuff, but a lot of people don't have the basics, man. So that's why everything, a lot of stuff just seems to just wither, you know. And the social media thing, shout out to you, Chris. I was just going to talk about that too, you know, because it just gives you a false sense of how can I say, hope, just a false sense of reality, you know what I'm saying? So that's why you can't just bite into everything you think that looks good, because everything you bite into doesn't always look good, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna read this comment. What she says: transactional relationships are like self-driven cars. Yep, they're like a race. Yep, they have no driver directed moves. Reciprocal relationships are like driver cars. They need a driver to direct the moves of the car. Yeah, that's facts.
Well, that's why we talk about direct over, like me and you, we talk about direct and not dominate. Like,
Bro,
we talk about that a lot. Yeah.
bro. Oh man, I was reading a prayer earlier, man. Well, before I got on here, man, I had to stop the video for a moment, and I was like, "Dang, Ray just got done saying that recently, man." And like, there was something about a wife, and what was the prayer? It was like, teach, like I said, pray for the teach for the woman, how to. It's here to use direct. It's another word for direct. It was lead, but then it said to lead that woman to Christ, and not dominate her. I was like, man, Ray just got done saying that. So man, shout out to you for that though, bro. So it's like, wow, and you're right about that, man. I was like, man. It's like everything coming together though, man. Like I said, what we talk about, man. You want to read that, Ray? I think that's for you.
Oh yeah, sure. She said you brought up a good point, Reality XM. Reciprocal relationships are sacred, but people like to post things on social media for everyone else to see. So now they turned their relationships transactional. Facts, because that same person probably gonna get mad because why you didn't say that you are in a relationship? Why you don't want to post us booed up together? Like, forget the boo up. What if people boo at us? Like, have you thought about that? Have you thought about some people not liking us together? Like that's none of their business. So let's not make it their business, whether they like it or not. You know,
Facts.
It's crazy, man.
It is. Aquarius also says, stay off of social media if you want to master a reciprocal relationship. Yeah. Now, I won't say relationship. I'm gonna say social media is bad, but like I said from the get-go, be careful what you feed your ears and your mouth. You know, that's all I'm saying though. So you both got that, like I said, that got that spoon. Don't always dip into everything, because everything don't need to be tasted. Put it like that.
Facts. And yeah, I forgot to mention that like within what I just said earlier about, you know, how a person thought they tried and they've done enough, but then they realize when they get around realness that they haven't even done barely half of anything, if at all. That's the thing, especially in the military. They ain't really looking at your fitness level and all that to see if you qualify and to see if you're really doing what you got to do. They looking at your passion. They're looking at your heart and your desire. They're looking at, are you really in this? Do you have that fire? Not that fight, but that fire. Like in their relationships and marriage, you got to have that same type of, even I'd say combative, not combative in a bad way, but like really fight for what's yours. Like you really want this. You have passion, like for us. Like, is it in you? And you could tell when the fire is dim on some versus others who, you know, you want to call somebody your twin flame. Well, don't it? You better be burning, baby, burning bright.
Yep. Facts, bro. Man. Social media is the #1 culprit for transactional relationships. Big facts. Big facts right there. I'm gonna come back to that. People don't know how to shut the heck up and keep it between two people. Man, truth all day. Truth. They are boosting their ego so folks can look at them and praise them. And you know what? And you know what? It's the same thing with Hollywood. It's the same thing with Hollywood. That's all what it is. It's all for show. It's all for show. They're not in it to win it together. It's all about trying to all for self. That's what it's all. That's what it all comes down to. But man, the social media. Back to the part we said, social media is the number one culprit for transactional relationships. It is. It is. All these particular sites and stuff. You know, a lot of women think when they sell their body online, they think they're winning, but you're not winning. And I'm saying like somebody else said it. Well, I'm saying from my perspective, you're only going to be laughed at. You're only going to be used. You're only going to be like a piece of bacon. Nobody's going to want you after that. And that's why I was saying, talking about, you know, the beauty is vain. Beauty is vain. So you got to make sure you have that femininity. I'm talking to the women, you know, within yourself, because at the end of the day, like when you get older and stuff and your looks fade, like, are people still gonna see that beauty from within yourself? Because that's what it's gonna come down to. It's like, it's almost like closing your eyes, and when you talk to that person, it's like it's beautiful hearing their conversation without even seeing them. That type of level of relationship, that right there.
Yeah,
that makes
man.
a lot of sense, especially for the comment you made about women. It is, you know, very true. Obviously, in Proverbs it says beauty is vain, and so it's, people have to remember. I'm in my early 20s, like my mid 20s, so it's like obviously it's the whole like, oh, you're young, you're good, you can do whatever you want, and it's simply not true. I have to be mindful right now that I don't care what I think I might look like when I'm, you know, my mom's age. My mom's still beautiful. At the same time, I have to be realistic. There's something may be different. I may not be what I am now as far as physical attraction. So what is necessary to maintain a healthy relationship, if we're talking like, you know, a romantic one, and then that automatically leads into parenthood. So am I going to have a reciprocal relationship with husband and children, or am I going to have transactional relationship with husband? Then that turns into a toxic parent relationship with the child. So I'm glad you even expounded on that, because it's like, how can I add value to myself as a female to make sure I have a reciprocal relationship with, you know, everyone around in my family unit.
Hey, and I hear exactly what you're saying, Empress. I'm glad you're being very mindful of that. And you see, I got to bring this up too, going back to the biblical. See, the older woman or aged woman are supposed to teach you all, the younger women. You know what I'm saying? It also talks about for you all, like I said, who are younger, who may be married, they're supposed to teach you all how to love your husbands and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But they're not doing that. And what's sad about it is that they are in competition with you all. So now everybody of all different age levels and groups are messed up. You know what I'm saying? To the young adulthood, to the oldest. That's why everything's so jacked up, because nobody wants to teach up, train up that man and that woman from both genders.
Honestly, I to be very honest, it's been astonishing the conflict I've had with those twice my age recently. I'm in this space of being a 20-something-year-old and looking up to, those who are millennials and Gen X and, the baby boomers and everyone. I'm doing my best to gain wisdom and knowledge from those who are my elder. I'll be straight up with y'all. I don't know what it is about these 30 and 40-year-olds. I'd be tripping, because it's like, okay, I'm supposed to literally watch you do what you do and then copy you. And even if you make mistakes, I can learn from your mistakes, and that's okay. I don't need you telling me that I am immature to grow up when I'm literally just like looking to learn from you. Like, the whole point of me being around you is so that I can mature and grow up and be a better person. Like, so, and like you said, they're not, older women are not helping us at all. Like, it's so difficult. I really don't follow any female content creators that talk about relationships, simply because I haven't found any good ones. Like, the only good ones I found is this, polygynous union, and it's two sister wives that make content with their husband. Other than that, everybody else really be on BS. I'm gonna be straight up. Like, females be like, oh, you got to make sure he does this. I'm like, no thanks.
Hey, Empress, hold that thought. You hear that, Ray? Remember what I said? I said, you see how with the younger women and men, they find it like, man, we just got done talking about that, bro.
Just got done talking about it, man.
Just got done talking about that.
We on to something, man. We on to something.
We on to
It's
something.
the frequency.
The frequency. They just see it? They don't talk about frequency level.
Let's go.
Let's go. You see that? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off, but I'm gonna still be listening. But check this out, just based on what you just said, and even what you just said, Empress. Ladies got to work on their voices too, and I'm pretty sure you can hear a lot of these female content creators and their voices and how it's messing with the man's magneto. His magnets. Like, their voices sound like our voices, most of them. And if a lot of them do have a feminine voice, you can feel the darkness around her because she's really a witch in disguise. Like, thanks. So we see this all the time. But I'm gonna step off, man, and get clocked back in, man. I'm working all day and most of the night. But yeah, I'm gonna be listening. Thank you for having me on here, and good to actually chop it up with you for the first time. Eli, Sovereign Empress. Hopefully I said your whole name right.
That's all right. It's pronounced Ellie, and I appreciate talking to you as well. This has been a very, very interesting Sabbath, just connecting with all the fam. It's been beautiful.
It is. Hey, Brother Ray, before you leave, like 1 second, bro. It's something that came up in my mind. Like, I want Empress to come back too, because we got to put them on some real feminine channels, though, man. Like I said, she's on the best channel right now. Like, with you and I on YouTube. Not bragging, but truth be told, because we're a rare breed. These are the most underrated channels that nobody comes to. The gold is in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? You're in the gold, Empress. You're in the gold mine right now.
I'm very aware. I recognize that. When I recognize that, I'm like, okay, why am I subscribed to all these dudes? Like, it's all males giving relationship advice. And I'm learning. It's not that it's bad. It's just the fact that everyone's dudes. Like, and I would love to see more females and ladies talking about things like this. You already know.
Yeah. Because I know Brother Ray got to go, man. Any last words, bro? He probably dropped off.
Oh, 1 second.
Okay, go ahead. But yeah, Empress, I want you to come back next time. I don't know if you've seen the stream that I did like a few months ago, the Proverbs 31 woman. I don't know if you watched it or not.
I'm not sure. It might be one of them things where I probably saved it in a playlist and I didn't rewatch it yet.
Go back and watch it. It's powerful. It has so much authenticity, I'm telling you. And it's like feminine ladies, I'm telling you. Because I'm going to do a part 2. And I want you to come on. Now, I think on the next one, like it's going to be like the older women not teaching the younger women. I need to have we're going to have a stream about that. I'm going to have a stream about that. I want the younger ladies and the older women to come on here and the school you all, you know what I'm saying? And some of us brothers, like I said, a few of us going to be on here too. Like I said, the real righteous brothers like me and Rayology myself. Because this needs to be talked about, real talk. And I'm so glad you brought it up. How you said that the aged woman isn't teaching the younger woman. See, we got to talk about this. We got to go to the meat and potatoes about this, though, man. We got to.
Hey, I'm back. Yeah, simultaneously things happen. But all I got to say is really my final words, man, is keep doing your good work and look forward to speaking to you as well again, Ellie. Shalom to everybody in the chat. I mean, I'm just loving that we're different, and we're going to keep putting out what we put out. This good stuff.
Yes. Shalom, Mark. Appreciation.
Peace to you, brother. I appreciate you coming up here, man. We'll chop
it
again.
Sure, one.
All right, now one.
Yeah, for sure.
Peace. So yeah, I'm gonna finish reading this up. We're gonna talk about this. Aquarius said, "Beauty is a transactional relationship trait." That's facts. Going back to saying what the scripture say, beauty is vain. Character is a reciprocal relationship trait. That's the truth. Looks is what a lot of people in transactional relationships, instead of looking at someone's character, instead of looking at the person's heart and stuff. This is true, man. But I'm so glad you brought that up, Empress. Though, I'm glad my channel and rayologies and brothers, they could bring you towards the truth of like what you should look for in the man and mindful, because we're millennials, we like 80s babies. So we're up here, saying the things that needs to be said that nobody else is talking about. It's like nobody's talking about this. And I'm pretty sure you heard about the manosphere, right?
Yes, I have heard of it.
Yeah. We're not part of that or anything. We're our own. I'm our own. Your own. We just connect like minds. People that believes in the Most High. And I noticed that a lot of those particular guys who are on the channels, they don't have like spiritual brothers, Yah-fearing men, women on their channels and stuff. They're afraid to bring us up because we bring that straight raw truth humbly.
Yeah, they have very, very carnal content and yes, I remember the what's it called, Fresh and Fit. They they just always had
fresh and yeah. Shout out to Ringo for that though.
I was gonna say that also. For this say shout out to Ringo.
I had fresh and ill, like Brother Rollo says. Shout out to them though. That's funny though. I call them fresh and trick though, because that's all they do. They trick people. That's all they do.
No, honestly, because I never watched their content. I knew it was BS. I didn't have to watch an episode to know it was BS. So I would just watch the clips that Ringo would react to and stuff like that. And I'm like, they did this on purpose. All they would do is get Instagram baddies to argue with them on their podcast.
That's all they do. And guess what? They don't have no solutions for anything though.
At all.
They didn't tell no solutions at all. So I said, you know what? I said, that's why I said, I don't care how popular, how big their subscribers are. Like, if it ain't about substance that's going to help me out, I ain't watching this shit. You know what I'm saying? I throw it away in the dumpster juice. Now, like I said, as far as like reaction, like to see how they are, to learn from, like, okay, they ain't got nothing but like prostitutes and 304s on their channel stuff. They don't talk about the virtuous woman, none of that stuff. They don't even know the scriptures though. I think one time a guy had made a post about, Isaiah, I think it's 4:1. And like they was like, oh wow, this is in the Bible and stuff. I'm like, they ain't read the Bible. They haven't read it. But they new to it.
Man, so it's something interesting because like you said, like they won't invite us on like certain bigger platforms and stuff like that because they don't want the truth out there for real. And it's like I have the same mentality and mindset as you. Is I don't care. I'll sit on my channel with a couple thousand subscribers and talk about stocks, real estate, gardening, and freaking making sure you're meditating enough and reading enough to make sure you're fed spiritually and everything. Like, if that's boring to people, so be it. I don't have to be super big in order to feel fulfilled. All I have to do is see a comment that says, this helped me today. That's all.
That's right. And you know what? Most High, brought you to this channel. All praise to him. So, come back on if you can. I don't know what happened though, but let me post it in the chat room. All right, I'm gonna post this for Empress for her to get on. There she go. There you go. I didn't know what happened though.
And that was my bad. I pushed the wrong button, or I accidentally pushed the button.
I was like, no. So Aquarius said, older folks be low key sabotaging reciprocal relationships.
They do. No, Facts. They do. Yes. Facts. That's been, oh my goodness. The past few months have only been that. I'll be dealing with people 10 plus years older than me thinking, okay, we can lay out this plan together. We're going to get it done because they have the money, they have the will, they have the know-how. And just because I'm younger, they're just like, I'm not going to do it now. I'm like, what? Why did you even agree with me if you were just going to be mean to me later and be jealous of my youth? Like, you used to be my age, bro. You should have just did better. I don't know. It's not my fault. Like,
That's facts. And she goes on to say, because they want a transactional relationship with their own child. Woo! Just got done saying that. Yep. Having their child be a husband. Oh my goodness, or wife. So they can have resources. That's true. Yo. Yo, Aquarius bringing a fire. Yo,
he bringing the truth out today.
hey, Aquarius been on fire lately, though. Yo, he's coming.
It's the frequency.
It's the frequency,
For real. And it's very, man, all this is happening in such perfect alignment. Because it's like, okay, I've never like seen Aquarius like on video. And so it's like, I feel like she would be the type of woman who would be able to pour into me as a younger female and whatnot. And it's just like, you know, for whatever reason, I don't know what it is about ladies. And then you get on the topic of polygyny, and it's like this whole jealousy thing. It's so confusing to me because it's like, okay, we're, you know, on a panel in comment sections, on videos and whatnot, and we can build and discuss things with each other, and things can be great for the community in that way. There's a lack of that. And then you have actual in-person relationships that are on social media. And it's like having deep conversations is something that people avoid a lot. They just avoid it a lot. People like to, if it's something that's going to be difficult, because they could talk all day about freaking football or like video games or like the songs that they like and stuff like that. That could go on for hours. Go ahead and have a deep conversation about fun stuff. But you're talking about relationship building, relationship maintaining, being healthy emotionally, and people be like, I don't want to talk about that. And it's like, but you just like had a fight with your ex like last night, and you want to like, you know, you need help, bro. Like, come on.
They keep the toxicity rolling though, and that's why they're not progressing like the way they should. That's why. Shout out to brother Divine Lee. What it do, bro? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Shalom. We were on Rollo's panel earlier today.
Okay, shout out to brother Divine Lee. Age Aquarius said reciprocal relationships are being overturned like like Rowan Bay, Roe first weight. Oh my God. Wants to succeed, so life doesn't repellish to multiply. Yo.
I love that.
Stop.
I love that. Oh my gosh. And then, oh my goodness, that whole situation, it made no sense to me. Because you remember the shortages with like the toilet paper and gas and stuff, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, at least those things made sense. All right. Toilet paper is important for people. Gasoline is very important for people. The whole Plan B getting sold out and limited to sale thing, I'm like, yo, what are people thinking? Like, did they condition people so much with the scarcity mindset that people are going to recklessly have unprotected sex with people and just kill their babies the night after? Like, what?
I'm telling you, it's gonna get more real and stuff. Like, it's just so much stuff Friday and fake. Yeah, very true. And there's gonna be a continuation of this too, of this topic though. Like I said, man, it's gonna be some good stuff, man. Shout out to all of y'all. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, with the gas and stuff and everything, like I said, all the stuff like that, it went down a little bit, you know, bit, but I'm gonna talk about all that too. See, I get into a lot of deep stuff, like gonna talk about maybe the transactional of no, not transaction, but transition from gas to electric cars. You know, it's gonna talk about that in the near future too. We always think futuristically go here, so it's gonna be like that.
And that's very smart. I talk about like cryptocurrency and blockchain investing and whatnot. I'm still learning, but as far as like this money and currency and stuff goes, like the cash money, nah, they ain't trying to know. It's gonna be all digital once we get to a certain point, and or barter system, because that's just how it works. Like, not everybody's gonna be able to just go into the digital system all quick. So people are going to make alternative ways of like having currency and like buying stuff. So I'm glad that you talk about things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember this though, wisdom is more precious than silver and gold, more precious than money, basically. Sure. But like I said, it's gonna be a time when everything crashed, which it already is. Like, there's a famine across the land and stuff, you know. And myself personally, like I said, I believe that this place needs to be humble. You know, there's a lot of pride and arrogancy with both men and women and stuff. And I know the Most High doesn't like a prideful person. He doesn't like that. You know what I'm saying? What he say in the word, the meek shall inherit the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? By all this pride and arrogance and stuff that people got, like the Most High has been very humble more and more and more, like each year. Like I said, we don't know what's going to happen in times come. We just got to make sure our faith is on point. You know what I'm saying? And for those us men and women that's in the truth, like stay connected, stay encourage one another, because times are really changing over as we speak here. You know what I'm saying? It's changing over right now. And for you to say that the older women aren't really teaching you all, and even for some of us younger men too, like that's why I started to talk about the things that I talk about on my channel, because I noticed like it's like the older men was putting down the younger men that were broken by previous relationships, talking about there's no more good women stuff, they all this and that. And I'm like, hold up. I said, who these old men think they are? And yeah, you know, I have to call some of them out, because like I said, they don't like what we're doing now, because we bringing that fire, us millennials, you know, and some of the Gen Z too, like we bringing that fire, we bringing that truth, because like I said, each generation is supposed to be better than the previous one. See, that's where a lot of them fail, and they F up it. They mess up, and they not doing this. So now that like we don't need these old fools, you know, I call them old fools, because you know, they're not putting us on the right path. So it's like, okay, I studied for myself, I learned. And we're like the new old heads, as I say. We're like the new old heads, but still young. Because nobody don't want to be old head. I said, I'm glad I got, you know, wisdom though. Wisdom, knowledge, understanding from the Most High. So all praises to him.
For sure. And that much appreciation too, because it's like, you know, some people would see everything going on and be like, see, yeah, that's why I don't even make content, that's why I just do this, or I just stay out the way. And it's like, there are those people who take that risk, and they go out and they make that content, they do what they need to do, they build with the people that they need to build with, and they provide a different perspective of who we are to the entire. We are literally the examples of who we are supposed to truly be to the world. Like most of our people are just, and I know I dance online sometimes and it can look away, and it just is what it is for people, but that's not like my character. That's not my character as being a person. I just be having fun sometimes. And so I just express myself. But there's females who don't know how to do anything other than that. And I'm like, okay, you have to use your brain. You can't just sit up and use your body, because like we said previously, beauty is vain.
That's facts. I you know, it's funny you brought that up, because I'm gonna talk about the women out there. I had a topic I said back months ago. I already written it down. It's I'm gonna talk about. You have all that beauty, but where's your substance? That's gonna be another topic. Because a lot of modern women only have what's on their appearance, the outer beauty, but where's your substance?
And not honestly, that's. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna to them out there, not you all, but to them out there.
I hear you, and they kind of mess it up for people like me, because it's like, okay, yeah, I'm aware that I'm an attractive person, and it is what it is with that. People stop there. I said I'm aware that I am an attractive person, and it is what it is with that. People stop there, though. Most people do stop there, and unless they have a conversation with me, they're not gonna know anything other than, oh, she's just some pretty girl, she probably doesn't know much. And it's like, okay, I guess. And so it's unfortunate, because a lot of that's like a reinforcement from childhood. Like some people will get that whole quote unquote pretty privilege, let it go to their heads, and feel like they don't have to do anything. People are always going to do things for them, and then they become narcissistic, having transactional relationships for the rest of their lives. Whereas people who, they acknowledge the beauty, but we, stay in the word, and we understand beauty is vain. So I have to make sure to work on myself as an individual, because I may not look like this, because it may not even be age that affects my looks. It can be anything that affects my looks. Right.
Now, I'm gonna go to the men. As far as us, I'm in my mid-30s, still young, look very youthful. And as time go on with us, we get better with time. Like I said, we're like gold, and we rise. Like and the modern woman, like I said before, are like the not all, but the ones that do all this stuff in their early 20s and 30s. You know, they put their looks on the pedestal, like I said, but it fades. It's like inflation, like the American dollar. You know what I'm saying? While the younger men coming up, gonna be rising like gold and stuff. So that's why a woman, like I said, around y'all age to invest in the right man. You know, as time go on, because it's gonna be a whole different ball game when things change over. But you know, but the femininity, like I said, is what's gonna and fearing the Most High is what keeps y'all like you all so beautiful. You know, inside, innerly, because men look at the inner beauty. You can have outer beauty all day, but the inner beauty is just something rare and precious these days.
Oh, and honestly, a lot of people recognize the inner beauty from the outside. So it's like if you take, have you recognized like if you take a fast, if you go on a fast, or you, I'll just use fast for this example. If you go on a fast, you complete your fast, and then people start talking to you like, "Oh, you look different. Oh, you're glowing. Oh, yeah." So, like you said, like that love for the Most High, and you know that genuine, pure-heartedness is what keeps people young looking. Like there's people I know in their mid-30s. I'll mistake them for being 40. I'll like, "Are you 45?" Like, "No, I'm 34." Ooh, lay off the whatever you're doing. Stop. Like,
yeah, good deal. Age of Aquarius says people are ignorant, reckless, and sacrificing their spirituality for superficiality. Man, they won't they won't have a reciprocal relationship in this lifetime. Only transactional relationships will keep occurring. Yes, very, very, very true. Relationships hold more value than paper. Yeah. Always, bro. Always. Older folks aren't teaching because they really want a young tenderoni on their hearts. They want transactional relationships with us younger folks.
That's exactly, man. Yo. I'm gonna just say, yo.
Aquarius, stop it.
Yup, because she right. Yup. Con Aquarius.
She also said older folks are selfish. They just want a young person to caregive for their incapacitated arts and put all their inconvenience of not being able to do things on their own and care for self no more. Wow.
That is wow. Because those two comments are exactly like some experiences I've had. Because it's like, okay, I'm here to help. I'm not here to do everything.
Right. Pour your weight up. I got my weight. You know what I'm saying? Like a seesaw. That'd be balanced. She also says older folks, especially, think younger folks are dumb and young fools. Yeah, but they're really the dummies and they're old fools. Hey, you know what? I thought about something someone said on an old TV show. They said old fools used to be young fools. I think it was on Martin though. I said, wow, that makes all the sense in the world though. So now the older folks are acting like the younger folks in this generation. Like it's okay to be like, you still got a youthful spirit. Like I said, you just, you're young and you keep yourself up with a lot of energy, but know your age, know how to act in the time and place of everything, be that example, how you're supposed to be carrying yourself. And that's why even with myself, like it's on a small percentage of older people, like I said, I listen to. It's on a very small percentage. But other than that, I don't want to listen to it because they acting just like the younger generation. They're supposed to be better. Like for us, we're supposed to be able to run to the older people who got like that wisdom, you know what I'm saying, to sit and talk with about life, to really apply it in your life, you know what I'm saying? When you grow up, it's like I remember this from this person, like I said, they taught me growing up, have something to pass on to the younger generation. Because what they say, you can't have a future without knowing the past.
You can't know the future without knowing the past?
You can't have a future without learning from the past, excuse me.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And honestly, there's a situation that me and some of my friends have went through, and it's so shameful, honestly, simply because of the age thing. Like I said, 40 years old and stuff like that. Like we had a disagreement as a collective, and so we all had a discussion about it. And when one of the brothers closer to my age, he was, sharing an example of how he would handle a particular situation if he, sees an altercation coming. He said, I'll just walk away from the situation. And he was, it was just an example of, that was his way of communicating. He was showing himself walking away. Literally, the person who's supposed to be the mentor of the situation, the elder, instead of being like, okay, I see your point, and continuing talking the way he should be talking, he literally like walked up on dude and got aggressive. I'm like, whoa, first of all, this is an example that he's sharing, and you're being actually aggressive with him. And you're how old again? Twice his age almost. Like, it's so disheartening. Everybody got riled up after that point, because it was like, oh no, you're threatening our friend at this point. Like, he was just talking to you and now you're being aggressive. That type of stuff doesn't make any sense, and it's just shameful. The things that have been going on with older people like millennials, and honestly, here's a real. This isn't even like, me ripping on millennials a lot. It got to a point where some people got their
please go in on
their
us.
feelings. Oh my god!
Please go in, please, because I agree with you. I talk about this. Please go in if you want to. Please, you have my permission. You have my permission, though.
I appreciate that, because so many people have gotten upset about it. Because I'll use the term old sometimes. Like, I'm just Gen Z. I am only 1 year of Gen Z. I was born in '97. And so 2 years before, I would be a millennial. So when I say old millennials, they get in their feelings and stuff, and the stuff I say. But honestly, I feel like some millennials are just going through a midlife crisis and they don't want to admit it.
I believe that too, though. I believe that too. They got caught up in the glitch, though, a lot of them. So it's like we're going from everything. The technology was about to start up. It's like before technology, and going forward to technology, to social media now, it's like we got caught up in that glitch somewhere. So now it's kind of like, what do we do? You know what I'm saying? For a lot of us. But I'm not the bitter kind of millennial. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm not one of them. Trust me, I'm still foreign, like I said, thank God. But I see where you're coming from. And a lot of them, they're not setting the example neither, though. Because they are the modern day parents, you know what I'm saying? And they're not really doing a good job, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree. It's oh my goodness.
They got that baby boomer type of mindset, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like damn. They got the baby boomer mindset, and now it's like, okay, why are y'all still? The only thing you should have from the baby boomers, really, and on back, are the old-fashioned skill sets, like I said, the cooking and things like that, and all the type of stuff provided or whatever. So okay, but other than that, like I said, like you right about this, like they are going through like a like some type of midlife crisis and stuff. So
yeah, I understand. Where it was something you had said as far as like, millennials are supposed to be like partnering up and leading the Gen Z and whatnot, and that's what I'm all about. So I'm with people. Yeah, exactly. Attempting to do that and build and whatnot. And it's like, some people don't want to take that student position at period. So I am so totally open for a millennial like yourself to be my teacher. 100%. I'm sitting here listening, like, often to like you, Rollo, New Breed, Ringo. Like, I'm listening to y'all. But I don't know how old. He said he was 44. So that I think that's still like, millennial.
I think Ringo's still. I think he Gen X. I'm not sure. I don't want to say no wrong, but yeah, he's like in the sports. But yeah, he just turned 45. I think his birthday was a little while ago, and so regardless though, it's still like similar and whatnot. So like me taking that student position, I'm very humble to do so. Obviously, age at the same time, just respect. So when it's reversed, it's very difficult. I notice for older people to listen to younger people, especially if they're an opposite gender, or especially if the younger person is a female. Do you know how many times I've tried to have an intellectual conversation with an individual and they just either completely ignore me or act like I didn't say what I just said? And it's like, are you just doing that because I'm a female, or are you doing that because I'm younger? Like, what's with the disrespect in this conversation here? You know what it is? It makes you feel like everything that you speak of intelligent like goes in vain. Like you're not talking about nothing. It's like I just spit out a whole entire meaningful conversation, but they're not responding back to me. Like they ignored it as if like it went out one ear and threw out the other.
Yeah, like I wasted my time.
Yeah, waste your time. I've been through that so many times before though, and it's like, man, just gets I get mad like a cartoon though.
No, for real, me too. I get very angry. Like that's one of the things I've been working on. I'm like, I cannot allow people to get me angry anymore. This is not okay.
Right. I turn my head back because I like, I put my head down and say, man, I'm just walk away though. They ain't gonna get it though. They ain't gonna get it though. But let me read this comment by Aquarius. If people recognize inner beauty from outer beauty, they will stand the test of time. Facts. To have a successful reciprocal relationship. Since their relationships failed, it was mostly transactional. Yeah, most definitely though. Like I said earlier, very, very carnal minded people though. So that's why they can't relate to the reciprocal, And she said, young fools can redeem. I said that young fools can redeem themselves, but old fools can't no longer be redeemed since they are stuck in their ways. Yep, no spiritual elevation happening with a lot of folks. Yeah, that's definitely true.
Very true. It was hilarious because the person I was talking about, he literally told us that we were too spiritual.
Too spiritual. Oh my God! Wow, that's crazy.
He was like, you gotta be more realistic in the physical. And literally, whole time I'm a prophetess, so I'm constantly like telling everybody the future. We're like looking at different things, and I'll read a scripture or I'll say a particular thing, and it's all of us doing that together. But it's like, how are you gonna tell us that we're too spiritual when you can't even meditate with us for real? Like don't come into our space if you aren't on. And not necessarily on our level spiritually, but willing to be in our space spiritually. So just involve yourself in what we involve ourselves in and learn from us instead of trying to tell us what we're doing is wrong. Like, you're stupid.
Right. Because what they fail to realize is that I would have been like, you're actually thinking, they only actually thinking like of the natural, but they're not thinking things like the spiritual, you know what I'm saying? Thinking like, things on a higher level, you know what I'm saying? Scripturally, you know what I'm saying? But, if they want to stand natural like this, that's on them. Like you said, we talk about the future. We're talking about things, like I said, what the word of God says, what's going to take place in time, all this type of stuff, man. And it's going to happen. Everything's for an appointed time. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3 talks about, everything like for an appointed time. Like it's going to happen when it's supposed to. So,
divine time.
Yep, because God's word never comes back to him void. He said he's gonna say what he's gonna do, and it's gonna happen. So, man, and the sad thing about it, everything that's happened around us is like, some people don't even know, like, hey, God is moving right now. I mean, it's a shift change. You know what I'm saying? Everything is happening all around us and stuff. So, even with the thing that happened in 2020 and stuff, God trying to get everybody like focus on Him. Like I said, to come back to be man and woman, because when this system falls. All that high value, get the bag mentality, all this stuff is going to go downhill because it's going to come down to having your faith in the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling a lot of ladies out there, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's like myself, Rayology, a few other righteous brothers, God-fearing men. It's going to be very hard to get us in the near future. I'm telling y'all, Isaiah chapter 4:1, 7 women shall hold to one man, and it's some other scriptures too. Because like I said, y'all won't probably be able to see us on here no more, like the women. You know what I'm saying? Or any social media channels. I'm like, dang, what are these other dudes are speaking truth? Like, wow. That's when the truth's going to be really valued by other people. Because it's like, dang, they're going to look for the truth. It's going to be like, man, what are people like them guys who speaking truth about the word and stuff? I'm telling you, man. Think of it like an antique, like an antique, right? Something that's like okay, this say like a gold watch or something like that. A bracelet or whatever. It's going to worth millions in the future. And then when that time happens, it's going to be like, oh my goodness. It's actually worth this much. It's going to be like that. It's going to be just like that.
I definitely see that happen. Honestly, that's a bit of what happened in 2020. But like you said, when things get worse, it's going to happen even more. And so I've been in this spot right here for a few hours, and I had my own experiences and whatnot with spirit and all that. So then the lightning is just hitting at certain points. So it was a point
Yeah.
that you had just made. I forgot exactly what you said, but then the lightning just went. It's not raining. It's just only lightning at them power points.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely though. The truth. That's all it is, the truth. Older folks are egotistical. Let them keep their one track mind in the house. Facts, I like that one track mind. I love that word. Old folks want credit and most didn't do anything for it.
No, that's what. No,
yo.
literally the person. Yo, I'm saying, like, oh my gosh, like so many of me and my friends' ideas have been stolen by older people. They pretend like they didn't get it from us or whatever. Then they want credit for it, as like they seek credit for it. It's different. You know, like when you are unique and you do a thing, and if you get credit for it, you appreciate it, but you're not seeking it. They will seek that validation and credit for something that they do not own. And it's like, how, I mean, you know, I don't like using the C word, but how crazy can you be to want credit for something that's not yours?
Facts. I said this whole place is temporary though. If it was ours, we would own it though, but we don't. You know what I'm saying? This land already been bought for now. I said until, you know, everything change over. But Aquarius said, old dude is mad because he's a dead, spiritually bankrupt person. He needs to worry about getting his prostate check and stay out of young folks' business. Wow.
Ooh, wow. Honestly, now the first sentence is exactly what one of the other brothers has said, and the prostate check. Dang. I ain't even thinking that. That's probably what it is.
Dang. Man. Keep on dropping it, Aquarius. Also, transactional relationships happen a lot in today's time due to men being feminine. Yep. Part of the gender, and women being masculine. Part of their gender. Gender roles reversal causes spiritual bankruptcy. So reciprocal relationships fail. That's facts. And that's what they want. That's what they want, though. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff they got going on, these other movements. Like I said, it's like the heterosexual community is like a threat to them. You know what I'm saying? It's like they never talk about heterosexual though, but they talk about all these other movements that they ain't just unprosperous movements. Put it like that, unprosperous, because they're not really prosperous though. It's all about destruction. You know what I'm saying? They can't go no more than a mile. It just crumbles
with the homosexual community, I be trying to like, I know what the agenda is, quote unquote. It's just the individuals.
Community. Huh? I call it the alphabet community, but go ahead.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of them. I don't even want to include all of them because, you know, they got that weird stuff in there. So I want to just talk about gay people for a second, because at least I can understand that on that level. I'm not going to change some stuff. Like, you know, they like they like the same gender. They don't want to become that gender sort of thing. I can't even. Whew, that's a whole different thing. So I'm gonna just focus on the homosexual, so it just makes sense for me, because it's like, okay, the agenda part of it, yeah, I already got that. The individuals who participate, I really want to know, like, from them. I'm like, do you get what's happening? Like, okay, they say they can adopt children and stuff like that. So it's like, oh, I'm not going to reproduce my own children. I'll just adopt and raise other children. And it's like, you don't realize what's happening in that situation though. If you wanted children, you go create a child. If you wanted children, you go create a child and you raise that child with your spouse of an opposite gender. If you are in a same-sex relationship, don't involve children.
Mm-hmm. And this is the thing, I'm glad you brought that up, right? Because this is what I hear, and it's, oh man, I'm gonna say this, like, you millennials, man, a lot of y'all out there that's doing this shit, man. Excuse my French, but y'all, I'm gonna go doom to you a little bit. Y'all really upset me, man. Like, real talk. Y'all really disappoint me, you millennials, man. Doing the millennial women out there doing this shit. You know, you want to have children, but then have the husband. How the hell you gonna think ass backwards like that? Everything has to be in order. You're supposed to be seeking God first. You know what I'm saying? As long as you right with yourself, right with the Most High, that righteous man will come along. But a lot of them don't want to do that at first. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be a husband. So God first, you know what I'm saying? Husband, wife, then children. Everything in order, divine order, how the way the Most High has it. So it's just out of order right now. And we got to get back to the foundation, as I said before. Because when you lose the foundation, the basics of life, then nothing will be able to come together and prosper. So that's why everything right now is like all crumbling, it's all coming down. Because nobody wants to do things in order how we're supposed to design to be. No one's above anybody. There's just a divine order for everything to work and to prosper.
Yeah, for sure. It's like with my son's father, you know, we split because we were unequally yoked. At the end of the day, I got with him. We got married. I had my child. Unfortunately, our relationship didn't fulfill itself. At the end of the day, my son stays with his father. Or, you know, we have an arrangement where we're not on stupid stuff when it comes to our son. So many, oh gosh, like I really, okay. Baby mamas get on my nerves so much. The ones who are stupid, like I love being able to be like, yeah, my son just talked to his dad last week, or my son's staying with his father right now, or oh, I'm gonna have my son for the weekend, he's going back to his dad's house. Like I can freely say that without, you know, having to think about certain things. But like baby mamas, they always listen, I know some people have had unfortunate situations with dudes, but I mean, like I said, I was a teenager when I got with my ex. So I mean, I always had that marriage, child, home mindset, family mindset. A lot of these females decided to not do that, and they cause it on themselves. I can't even say it's an unfortunate situation. Like you chose that. You chose to be with somebody that you weren't committed to. So you can't complain about having a baby daddy that you don't like. For real, like you really can't. Now, again, with this whole Roe versus Wade thing, how about you just pick a good partner and continue to be with them? What's wrong with people?
Yeah. You know what it is? Self-reflection. A reflection of themselves in the mirror and stuff. So when they're toxic, then they're going to draw in toxic men. Same thing with toxic men. You get toxic men, you get toxic woman though. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing I get sick of with some of these podcasts on here talking about all this good man, finish last, all this bull crap. I'm like, I don't want to hear that mess. You know what I'm saying? Just say that it's yourself as a man or woman that you're toxic and you draw in bad people into your life because you carry in negative energy in your life. Don't put that all on the next group of people that's trying out here living righteous and stuff. You know, this one I'm sick of unaccountable people though. But shout out to the men and women that are accountable. You know what I'm saying, for who they are. Shout out to all of y'all.
Oh, for sure. That's a beautiful thing. Because like, you know, I did a video earlier today and I was just talking about like different things I had gone through, and it caused me to make a lot of mistakes with the people I was with, and it caused me to be toxic towards them. And you know, I did what I could to apologize, and it is what it is. They can forgive me if they choose to or not, but at the end of the day, it was me. I was the problem. I had issues that I didn't work on in the past, and it manifested into the current moment, and I freaked out, and it was not good for everyone else. So it was just like, okay, I'm going to apologize, remove myself from the situation, and just, you know, be grateful for forgiveness if I get it. That's just one of them things. And people can't, like, when there's other situations with people, it's always like a back and forth, like, oh, well, this, that, blah, 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 instead of just being like, oh, okay, I see your perspective. My apologies. I'll do better next time. It's that simple.
Facts. Age of Aquarius says, confusing masculine and feminine spirit. So now you get all these events coming out of folks. Spiritual warfare causing reciprocal relationships to fail. Yeah, that's facts. That's big facts right there.
Honestly, and I can recognize when there's like I can feel it. I can literally feel it. So if I know I'm in my feminine frame, and then I get around a male and I feel myself becoming more masculine, I'm like, oh no, you're too feminine. Like I feel aggressive right now. Like no.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing that makes so upsetting with the society. Like I said, everything is so backwards. So now it's like the women can't really tell. Well, not all, but some can't tell the difference between masculine men and less. I won't say masculine, but just men that are just feminine, I guess you could say. And
Yeah, they have an imbalance of feminine energy.
and check. And I want to say this too. You're right, because and I also noticed this too, how it seems like a lot of the men that are, we say the alphabet community, will get more praise from women than men who are masculine. So they got to tell me what's wrong with that picture right there, though.
You mean in general or like for
right now,
specific things?
in general,
Okay.
that's what I see.
I can agree with that simply because there's this that somebody had posted on Instagram this one time. They were like, what did it say? It was like, what is it? It was something about black women and gay men, and it was like, okay, the whole idea of a gay best friend just seems like such a cool thing because you always have somebody there by your side. You always have somebody encouraging you and stuff like that. And it's like, well, why don't you just get a boyfriend, and have your girlfriends for other things, your female friends? You don't need a gay best friend to do those things when you have a healthy relationship heterosexually and you have healthy platonic relationships with other people of the same gender. Like, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to have those platonic same gender relationships, females being friends with females, and you have healthy heterosexual relationships, male and female. Like, it's literally that simple. Like, if you want more feminine energy, you get another feminine. You don't get a masculine avatar, a masculine person to act in a feminine way. Like, that's not okay.
Right. And I want to say this too. I don't hate anybody. Like I said, I'm over here speaking for myself. You know what I'm saying? On this channel, I can say what I want. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. And as a man, it's like I said, it's like we fight for our masculinity every day, because it is a battle. It is truly a big battle, because I said all the agendas that's being pushed. Like, I even heard men who were once masculine say, like, off the podcast, I think they said, if you can't beat it, join. I'm like, hell no. You kidding me? Yeah, no lie. I can't.
What does that mean?
Yeah. So basically, the way how this society is going, they feel like they can't win. It's like they're drowning. So they saying, like, well, might as well go and be a feminine man. I'm like, oh, hell no, dude. You crazy. You lost your damn mind. Nah, I stand up for my masculinity, though, for who I am. Like, nah, forget that crap. Like I said, order's going to be brought back. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds like he wanted to do it anyway.
Yeah, he wanted to do it anyway. Yep. So Agent Aquarius said, shake my head, not alphabets to community need therapy, because I honestly think a lot of them were molested and they trauma, and that trauma they carried brought an incubus and succubus demon in them. Yeah. Now it took over. Yeah, that's what it is, Aquarius. That's all it is. It's just a demon. That's all it is.
If you recognize like how they dress, they don't dress like regular people. A lot of them, it's like I could wear a t-shirt and jeans. They have to have on super loud colors where it's not just a t-shirt. The t-shirt, it's cut all the way down the middle, and the jeans are like booty shorts, and it's a dude wearing it.
Oh man, oh my goodness. That just burned my eyes out.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's just so disturbing. Like I said, I mean, it's just like social media stuff. I said, man, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. But she also said, unfortunately, my daughter's father is being selfish and doesn't want to sabotage his current relationship, so he doesn't want to physically partake in his daughter's life. Wow. He will get his karma for that. Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And there's a scripture about that too. Any man that doesn't take care of his family is worse than unbelief. I believe. I don't want to misquote it, but it's a scripture about that.
I know what you're talking about. It's very similar to that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, like I said, God, the Most High is going to deal with that. He's going to deal with that. I'm gonna get on the guys too, though, because I don't get on women only, but I get on men too, though. Unaccountable men too. So I'm gonna get on their ass too.
I remember Ringo had made a point about child support being judgment from the Most High for fathers like that.
Yeah, it does. And it's another scripture too in the book in the Old Testament. I'm gonna find it. Okay, I got it highlighted somewhere. But Agent Aquarius said people who are a part of the alphabet community being through trauma, yeah, it might be paying back a spiritual karmic debt. That's why they are confused and want to change uh, natural laws to please self. Yeah, yeah. Hey, I want to add this on too. See, this is the reason why a lot of modern women and the modern men over here. I'm let me go and say what I gotta say. The reason why they love this culture, this country over here, because it's lawless, and that's why it's worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I'm saying? In this modern day, like they don't like to live righteously. You know, nobody's seeking out the Most High and stuff. You know, and not giving Him praise. So that's why I said this whole place, it's got to crumble. It's got to crumble. It needs to fall. You know, because how can another generation continue to go like this though? Like, you know, to live unrighteously and just, you know, not knowing the truth. I mean, it's just not gonna work.
Right.
So let me read this, and I think I'll be done, and I'm gonna let you talk and go and get up out of here. Aquarius said, "Don't get me started on transgender, because most of them probably just doing it for clout." Yeah, to them it's easy to be the opposite sex. Plus they like pain with all his body mutilation. That's sick. That's sick. But you want to so I'm probably going to get up out of here. Man, I want to say shout out to everybody, man. Thank you all, man, for just being on this live stream. It's like 2 hours though. Been on for 2 hours though. If though you helped make this live stream.
Hey.
But hey, we all gotta meet up again. All y'all ladies, you Aquarius. I want to put y'all up. I think Aquarius already know, like some real millennial and Gen X women that's real. Like I trust and believe, because you need it. I'm glad you over here. You come over here on this channel. You know, I appreciate you, because I always said I said this before in my previous channels, my videos. I said younger men and younger women. Like I said, you know, y'all are young adults. Y'all are adults like us. That comes on our channel. Like I said, somebody who may have a father figure or a mother figure. You know what I'm saying? And it's like people look for some something that's like, it's like that you need to listen to, like the wisdom and stuff, you know, something for your ears. It's like, yo, this is what I need. And I think I did a stream about how do you want to be remembered as a content creator. If I had made it already, I would make it, because it's highly important how you're gonna be remembered. You know what you put out and stuff, because it's definitely speaking volume and stuff. Like I said with KS, we already seen. I don't like to talk about it, but we seen how they ended. But yeah, any last words?
I'm gonna see what Aquarius had said in that last one with the, let's see, what was it? Yeah, doing it for clout. Yes, people are both in homosexual relationships and doing the whole transgender thing just for attention. Like they don't care necessarily. They just, you know, the whole body pain thing. That's an aspect. At the same time, that's what is hot right now. That's what gets attention. I went to Family Dollar. They had Pride everywhere. Like when you walk in, just the first thing you see, the T-shirt with Pride on it. It's like it's not even like they don't. This is so desensitized. It is so desensitized. And I mean, other than that, though, that's an interesting topic to end the stream on. It's hilarious, but it's real. It's real. But, gratitude and appreciation to you and everyone else on the panel. It was also who was on the panel? What was their name? Rayology. How do you Rayology. Okay. So peace to him and Aquarius, and I think Southern Belle was in here earlier. And so yeah. Appreciation to everybody who let me see, that was
Steve E, brother Steve,
yeah. Okay, and Divine Lee,
yeah. So yeah, I want y'all. I don't know if y'all got my email, because like I said, we're gonna do a stream to consider like the young. I'm gonna have the younger and the older women on here. All right.
Cool.
I want my email is like in my about section though, but I want y'all, like I said, get in contact with me, because like we got to talk about this. Like it's gonna be called "How the Aged Woman is to Teach the Young Woman." Now it's not gonna be all on the aged woman, but we're gonna talk about the younger women too. They don't listen to the aged women that are righteous, you know.
Right.
So, I think I don't know if y'all got my email. I don't know if I need to put it. I'm gonna put it in the back chat right now if you can get it. All right.
Okay.
You know what, the private chat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna post it right now. Let's see. Oh, here we go. All right. Let me know when you got it though.
I got it.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put that. Okay. All right. Let's see. That is another powerful, hard hitting, bomb dropping live stream. Y'all praise to the Most High. These topics need to be discussed. They got the right email right there too. So I just read down the second time. I got to put the email in there.
I got it. The second one.
Okay, cool. So yeah, give me up on email. Like I said, I got a topic for all of us on here. I'm trying to get back in the algorithm. It's been a while since I been on here. Trying to go hard with these topics. I know my sister, shout out to her, Amanda, was telling me, lovely Amanda was telling me, like, I gotta get back in the algorithm because they said people been missing you and stuff. Like, you bring something different to the table. So I got to do this. I got to do this because it's needed. That's all it cost the trans women swimmer finally won a swimmer competition. Once he competed with women, but he didn't win competitions while competed with men. Shake my head. He's a cloud chaser. Yeah, they ain't no cloud chasers though.
Yeah, but that whole situation's gross. On magazine covers, come on now.
Yeah, magazine covers stuff. It's like everybody do everything for cloud chasing these days. Like I said, some people just don't need social media at all, and that's like the bad thing about social media. Some people just don't need it. It used to be, even before social media, like the internet, it used to be like a sacred place. You know what I'm saying? But now, as I always said before, the internet, social media is the new hood. That's what everybody said.
I feel that.
Yeah, that's what everybody.
All right. Everyone have a good evening and rest well. I very much enjoyed the talk and I look forward to the build that we have next time.
Yeah, be looking out on the community tab because I'm gonna make another topic. Make another topic. It's gonna be probably set up for tomorrow, but we'll see how that go. I'm just gonna set it up. So, man, I want to give all praise to the Most High. Shout out to my family, YouTube family that's here. Shout out to Brother Rayology, Empress, Aquarius, Steve, Southern Bell, and Divine Lee. Shout out to all of y'all and other ones too. This is Cool Gen 87 and Empress. We're out of here. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Peace.